Hello, welcome to UPSC PYQ Chronicles. This is the series on environment where we'll be discussing all the questions which are being asked by UPSC in various examinations like CDS, NDA, Civil Service Examination, CAPF, CISF, Geoscientist, EPFO, CBI, ED, etc. This is the 11th video in this series and the topic of the day is Sustainable Development Agenda 21 with the Brundtland Report. So let's get started. Long-term low-emission development strategy envisions a transition from the fossil fuel in a just, smooth and sustainable manner, yes, the increased use of biofuel, yes, the climate-resilient urban development, yes, but the financing of the sustainable development through the green bond, this is not the provision. Which of the following is our United Nations Sustainable Development Goals? Decent work and the economic growth, yes, this is one of the SDGs. Peace, justice and the strong institutions, yes, this is also one of the SDGs. Responsible consumption and production, this is also one of the SDGs. Which one among the following reports defines sustainable development as a development that meets the need of the present generation without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs? It is the Brundtland Report. The Sustainable Development Goals, which were adopted by UNO in the place of the Millennium Development Goals 2015, aims to achieve the 17 goals by the year of 2030. What is Rio 20 conference often mentioned in the news? It is the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. Sustainable development is described as the development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. In this perspective, inherently the concept of sustainable development is intertwined with which of the following concept? It is the carrying capacity. Where was the World Summit on the Sustainable Development held, that is the Rio Plus 10? It was in the Johannesburg. Based on the scoring on SDG, that is the Sustainable Development Goals, India Index, the Niti Aayog has classified various states into certain categories. Which one of the following is not one of them? It is the fast runners, which is not one of the category. The concept of sustainable development relates to, it is an intergenerationality equality. The concept of sustainable development relates to intergenerational equality. What does India's blue growth refers to? It refers to a long-term strategy to support sustainable growth in the marine and maritime services. Sustainable Development Goals SDG 4 aims to ensure inclusive and the equitable education in India to all by 2030. Sustainable development is defined as the development that meets the need of the present generation without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. This well-accepted definition of the sustainable development was put forth in the Brundtland Commission. Which one of the following are elements of India's Panchamrit view on climate change? It is India will reach its non-fossil energy capacity gigawatt by 2030. This is absolutely right. India will meet 50% of its energy requirements from the renewable energy by 2030. This is also correct. So both 1 and 2 are correct. Which one of the following point is not a part of the Panchamrit, that is the 5 nectar element proposal made by India at the COP26 conference at Glasgow? It is achieving the target of net zero by emission by 2040. This is not 2040, it is 2070. Energy services for sustainable development are directly linked to poverty, lifestyle, women, deforestation. It is not deforestation, whereas poverty, lifestyle, women, where the sustainable development are directly linked to the energy services. Which one of the following is not included in the 27 principles issued by the Rio 92 UN Conference on the Environment and Development? It is the right to safety from the natural disaster, which is not included. With reference to Agenda 21 sometimes seen in news, consider the following statement. It is a global action plan for the sustainable development. Absolutely right. It originated in the World Summit on Sustainable Development held in Johannesburg in 2002. This is wrong statement because it was held at Rio de Janeiro 1992. So 1 is correct. Consider the following statement. Sustainable Development Goals were first proposed in 1972 by the global think tank called the Club of Rome. Absolutely right. The Sustainable Development Goal has to be achieved by 2030. This is also correct. So both 1 and 2 are correct. What does India's blue growth refers to? It refers to the long-term strategy to support sustainable growth in the marine and the maritime services. SDG India Index developed by the Niti Aayog includes 17 SDG from each state. Which one of the following is not included in it? It is the reduced unemployment which is not been included in it. Rio Plus 20 is a short-term name for the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. Which one of the following is the exhaust pipe emission from the fuel cell electric vehicle powered by hydrogen? It is the water vapors. With this, we end all the questions which were being asked by UPSC on the topic of Sustainable Development Agenda 21 and the Brundtland Report. Thank you.